As a consumer, what do you do before you buy something? You look at the reviews. You want to see what other people have said about a product or a service before you decide to invest your money into it. The same goes for people looking at your business and whatever it is that you offer. Therein lies the power of the review, or in the case of health and fitness professionals, raving client testimonies. My name is Annie Miller, and I help you build profitable and sustainable online health and fitness businesses without butt selfies or selling your soul to vanity metrics. Today, we hopefully give you one option for increasing inquiries and possibly profit through prioritizing high-quality social proof from your clients. I find it interesting that a lot of coaches I work with and speak to find it awkward or strange to ask for feedback and testimonies from their paying clients. Today, we're going to go over different types of testimonies that you might receive in the online health and fitness space, how to use them, but more importantly, how to help clients give you the highest quality testimony that you're looking for from a marketing standpoint. Of course, you always want the most authentic answers. But oftentimes, if a client is not prompted with the right questions, we get really long-winded answers or not the articulation that best describes that client's experience. First up is the power of social proof. Social proof can do a few things for you and your marketing, your confidence, and the confidence of your potential prospect. When you have testimonies from clients backing up your coaching approach, that gives you confidence in marketing your services. It can also provide confidence in the prospect to invest their money with you. The reason for this is that they know you're trying to sell them something, whether wholeheartedly or not. You have a personal motive for them signing up. Unless a current or past client is in an affiliate program of some kind and they're getting a kickback, most social proof is not from someone who is trying to sell you something. It's from someone sharing their genuine experience and likely some kind of transformation that they had in working with you. There are no strings attached for this person, and that's why social proof is so vital for a brand, because it can do a fair amount of selling for you, or at least affirm the rest of your marketing. Other people have trusted your process and had success with it, and now potential prospects know that, not because you told them, but because your clients did. You're not just out here blindly making claims. You've gained credibility because people say what you do works, and they're using their own words to do that. Next up is screenshots and written testimonies. First, we're going to look at different types of social proof that you might receive in the online health and fitness space as a professional. Especially in the digital era, this can come in the medium of screenshots from a training app and the successes that a client has had, or from a communication app like Voxer or Slack. Now, before we go any further, I do want to make clear that I am not a lawyer, and you need to consult with a lawyer or have some kind of service from a lawyer before just using a client's testimony without their permission. It can be built into your terms that they agree to when signing a contract or joining a program, and there's also more specific client testimony release contracts and forms that can be implemented into your business in your onboarding or your offboarding process. Back to the screenshots. Just because something is a screenshot does not mean that it's a low quality testimony. I want you to focus on screenshots that really back up your coaching philosophy and whatever it is that you claim to do for your clients. If you can get an organic screenshot of someone sharing their success with their own words in their own context, that is money in the world of testimonies. It does not get more authentic than that. Something to consider when using screenshots as testimonies is to add context to the screenshot, not to put words in your client's mouth, but to add clarity or alignment with your brand messaging. Here are some examples of what I mean by that. You're essentially drawing out the main punchline or the point or the theme of the testimony that was submitted to you. These are all from my Fitsbro Foundations business course for starting or refining your online health and fitness business. I really like this approach for sales pages or sharing on social media because it allows a prospect to see the verbiage that one of your clients would use, and then you draw that parallel to your message or your methods. Like, what's the point of the testimony? Now let's get into how to get these raving testimonies when you are formally asking for a written review, which you should absolutely be doing once your clients have completed their time with you or in their offboarding process. This is going to be in a much more formal manner, and this is what I would suggest you do if you're a coach or practitioner in the online health and fitness space. Ask better questions, get better answers. I say this all the time for my question boxes on social media, and it applies to you as a coach when you are attempting to get quality feedback from your clients. First, you need to think about what your marketing message is and what the tangible, measurable, or emotional or more subjective results are from people working with you. Different questions are going to lead someone to answer based on these different types of results that they get with you. Really, getting quality testimonies is just a bit of reverse engineering. The first thing I want you to do is think about who is reading these testimonies and why does that matter. The person reading these testimonies is likely going to be someone debating working with you or not. They're at the beginning of their client journey. A lot of testimonies focus on the end result, which is great, but many people in the beginning of their client journey can't even comprehend the result for themselves yet. That end result is not meeting a potential client where they're at today. So if we can take our paying clients back to when they started with us and then have a full picture painted of the transformation that they've had, that's ideal. That is a high quality testimony. And that is a testimony that is going to be a lot more valuable to a prospect as well. How you do that is simply by asking a question along the lines of, what would you be doing if you had never joined X program? Or what were you doing before you joined X program? Where were you at emotionally in your health and fitness journey, etc., when you decided to enroll in X program? You'd word these however makes sense for your offer. These are money questions because they lead a client to answer with verbiage such as, before X, I was blank. When I signed up, I had been X, etc. The point is that it takes a client and the reader back to the beginning, point A before reaching point B. Take some time to think about the answer that you're trying to lead them to, rather the type of answer that you're trying to lead them to, and ask the question that's going to get them to frame their answer in that manner. It's still going to be their authentic answer, but it's framed in a way that you can best use, and it should be a win-win-win for all parties, you, the client, and the prospective client. Now we will get into the result. This is going to be dependent on your business model and what you sell. Some people focus on weight loss, some people focus on food freedom, some people focus on weightlifting, powerlifting, education, whatever it may be. There are no rules as to what type of result you sell or market within your offer. You just want to ask questions for your testimony requests that align with your brand. And that's regardless of tangible or emotional result. We want specificity across the board. Let's go ahead and look at tangible takeaways. If applicable, you want to ask what their biggest tangible or measurable takeaway was. Give examples when you ask this. Have you hit a PR without pain? Did you drop a certain amount of body fat? Did you hit a certain time duration, some kind of performance goal with running? For the emotional takeaway or journey piece, if applicable, you'll ask what they're feeling or experiencing now compared to when they started. Where have they gained freedom, joy, neutrality? I'm just giving options because this is such a broad spectrum depending on whatever the focus is of your health and fitness methods. Again, you want to give examples after asking the question to help prompt them. The goal with both of these, whether it's tangible or more emotional, is to help paint a picture for the prospect that will be viewing this testimony. It is not to make promises to the prospect. We can't promise results, and you need to have some kind of disclaimer like that on your website or wherever these testimonies are going to be placed. But hearing other people's journeys, be it measurable or more subjective, can help a prospect put themselves in that person's shoes. They can see it for themselves. That's what reviews do. That's what quality social proof does. It says, I did it and you can do it too, in the simplest sense. Do you currently ask for formal testimonies? Would you rank them as high quality or not quite? Let me know in the comments below. If you tend to get no testimonies at all or very long-winded and wordy testimonies, I encourage you to ask these specific questions, whether that goes in an email or you create some kind of Google Sheet or type form. That's up to you. But don't be willy-nilly about asking for testimonies. You want to ask for them at a time that makes sense and you want to make it as easy and accessible for your clients as possible. Most clients are happy to give you high quality testimonies if you ask them for it and if you make it easy for them. It's their way of giving back, and more often than not, it's also a great reflection process for them. As a little bonus, you can also add on a scale of some kind. Ask, on a scale of 1 to 10, would you recommend this to another person trying to do X, depending on whatever it is that you sell? This allows you to gain some numerical data over time. And you can then make accurate and truthful claims like 95% of clients recommend going through this program for X. Again, this gives you backing and credibility. It gives your methods, your program, and your service backing from those who have gone through it. It's been one of my personal favorites to use in my own marketing. That's just a little cherry on top, certainly not necessary for you to get high quality testimonies. Now, go get some raving client reviews and make the most of that within your marketing. I will catch you guys in the next one.